Neal Peart won a reader's poll for the greatest prog musician of all time in Prog magazine when it was published a few months ago. He is of course an incredible drummer and a thoughtful and detailed writer who was pretty much at the top of his game for around 40 years. But we all have our favourites, right? So after some thought and consideration, although to be honest with you, it didn't take me too long to come to the conclusion that my favourite prog musician of all time is Steve Howe. Stephen James Howe is the ultimate prog guitarist and prog musician for me. For his compositional skills, his writing, arranging and his production values. For his keen sense of melody, the layers and textures that build up the variety of guitar parts that he displays across those classic Yes albums from 1971 to 1980 in particular. All of those great albums that run through the great prog era. The Yes album, Fragile, Close to the Edge, Tales from Topographic Oceans, Relayer, Going for the One, Tormato, yes, even Tormato, and Drama. His performances across those albums are gentle and gorgeous, fast and furious, scintillating and truly sublime. Now, of course, I'm a huge fan of Yes, but I really feel that that run of albums are, for me, some of the finest in rock history. Each one of them feels like a new creative peak. Pick any one of those aforementioned albums and they will offer the listener incredible compositions. Whether you're a fan of Yes or not, or prog rock or not, you have to applaud the detail that goes into these compositions. And of course, Yes were a true band. Each member contributed famously to the detail that went into making these masterpieces. But for the purpose of this video, I'm singling out Steve Howe because his writing, arranging, and of course his mesmerising guitar playing, they really make these songs for me. Truly, he gets some amazing sounds out of these guitars, whether it's a Gibson, a Telecaster, a Rickenbacker, a pedal steel, a 12-string, an electric sitar. What he plays is just incredible. And it's all here. Every genre from blues to country to hard rock, psychedelic rock, jazz fusion. It seems that there's nothing that Steve Howe can't pull off to an incredibly high standard. His guitar playing literally illuminates these songs and lifts them to a higher ground. And he's not merely playing a guitar part here. These are incredibly detailed and complex compositions that were woven together at a time when technology, well, certainly wasn't what it is now. If you wanted to cut and paste a certain part, you'd have to literally cut a piece of tape and then piece it together with another bit of tape in order to make it work. You can imagine the hours and hours that were painstakingly put into making these records sound as good as they do. His attention to detail is clearly one of his many strengths and a really important one in the recording process. I pulled this quote out from Steve Howe himself. He said, "The way a guitar sounds is determined by so many different factors. How you play, what you play on, what microphone is used and in what position, where and how loud the guitar is in the mix, and what frequencies are added during the mastering or pressing." He also said, "I know what I like and what I don't like. My ears can't be deceived." One has to applaud his dedication to the cause. And I wanted to pick out some of my favourite songs here that I think Steve Howe really excels on. The beauty of things like Turn of the Century, Wondrous Stories, or the Leaves of Green section at the end of side 3 of Tales from Topographic Oceans. The power and the fury behind hard-hitting songs like The Gates of Delirium or Machine Messiah, or the laid-back, cool funk of Siberian Catro. His playing on the song Going for the One is right up there with my favourites. That is just out of this world. I really like On the Silent Wings of Freedom, Roundabout, Awaken. These are all done in very different styles, and the variety of his playing is just, I don't know where he gets it from. And that's what sets him apart from other guitar players for me. It's the variety of his work. And of course that helps to make these Yes albums so brilliantly eclectic. He is a masterful guitarist, writer, arranger, producer. Like I say, he can do the lot. Aside from those albums that I've mentioned, he's contributed to many other great Yes albums. I'm a big fan of The Ladder, for example, and I really like Magnification. Make no doubt about it, his work has carried on through the years to the present day. For me, Steve Howe plays the most amazing, ear-pleasing guitar parts that elevate Yes's music to what feels like an otherworldly place. And it all makes for a truly immersive listening experience that has brought me hours and hours and hours of pleasure. And I'd like to leave you with this final quote from Gibson Guitar Corporation, who said that Howe elevated rock guitar into an art form. I couldn't agree more with that. What he has put to record from his artistry is second to none. And that's why, for me, Steve Howe is the greatest prog musician of all time. Please feel free to agree or disagree down in the comments section below. I welcome all comments. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye for now.